Hello, hello. Thank you for stopping by today. This is Kimberly with Journal Breeze, and today will be my design team project for the Paper Cameo, a flip-through. I have primarily used her newest kit, which is called Blue Rose, and I've also brought in some of the older kits. She's done a lot of blue kits, and I love them all. So I brought them in to partake in what I'm thinking of as my Queen Marie Antoinette journal. This is a silk damask, by the way, so that seemed fitting for the Queen. And this is a antique, once all gold metal. It's a sheath. I have like a big wad of it, and I pulled it apart to make it into fitting this trim. And in the natural light, it shines gold everywhere, and then it has dark tarnished areas. It's pretty incredible. And I found it just recently along with this antique button, so I was excited to use it on this journal. It just seems so fitting. The antique button is either a bronze or some kind of a gold metal, and it has a mirrored background. Oh good, now you can see it. Do you see the mirror? It's a mirror. They're called mirror buttons. And I got five different ones on a card at the same flea market, same lady where I got that. So that was exciting and thrilling. And then I've used the silk damask here too. Now in this cute blue trim. Don't miss it just because it's not exquisite like the other two pieces. But it goes beautifully with this blue, and it's also antique. You can see the inside when I get there. I used the base that Amity Bloom recently brought out, but I changed it up. And now what do I want to say about that? Why am I telling you that? I don't know, but you can tell that I used it differently. So I hope you'll join me. Won't be a long flip through, but a worthwhile one, I hope you'll think. I'm going to move you a little closer. There we go. Okay. So this shows the sheath in its thin form. I actually was going to bring it over and show it to you with the camera, but I forgot, so I think you can get a good look at it there. Do you see it? It's just a sheath, but it's bundled up. It's like in a big wad. So this is the beautiful woman that I assigned to be Marie Antoinette. There's other beautiful women in this kit, but she was the most queen looking to me, and old enough now, even though she was told to marry him at a young age, or forced to marry him at a young age. But her dress, oh my gosh, it's just exquisite. In part because of that incredible blue that Nicola used on this printable. I love the background, the scenery. These were Baroque and Renaissance, one of those time periods. I took an art history class or two, and I forget, but the backgrounds were often these gorgeous landscapes. And then a little bit of the green up there at the top. This is where I used the older kits. This is the needlework kit number 4. And this is an old hanky that I cut down and hand stitched so that it had some, it wasn't completely see-through. And this is one of the pictures from the kit that I added a gold wax to the edges. Didn't necessarily need it, but I like when I have an opportunity to use it. So you can see the roses through the hanky, and then her face just happened to fit perfectly. You can see her face in there too, which I just think is so fun. And this is from a kit called, I think it's called Dreamy. But I will put the other kits, I'll list them in the description box. This is a antique trim. It's actually only this wide, so I put two facing each other so there would be a beautiful trim on this page as well. This is one of my all-time favorite digitals ever of Nicola's blue kits. I just love it. It is a I'm blanking. Not, oh my gosh, what's it called? Brocade. This is, I don't know if you can tell in this, but it's a brocaded material that she scanned, and it's a stunning one. It would have been used for furnishings, furniture, they called them furnishings, drapery. Sometimes they put these things on the wall, and not clothing. I also added several different types of gold to this edge to try to emulate the brightness of the gold in the printable, but it just could not get it to be that bright, so I must not have the right color gold. I love this page. I shared it on Instagram. I took this from a guidebook of Versailles, and this was the Queen's favorite place to go. It was called her home, and it sits on this beautiful pond, and I thought the coloring and the serenity of it were really quite perfect with this green background of one of the papers in the kit that has this hand on it and on some paper. So I felt like it was on her desk. I did a little stamping at the top, and then I covered the point of the book page with a handle from another printable so that it looked like it was meant to be picked up. And because I saw this as Marie's desktop, I added letters and whatnot to the sides. So this one, oh my goodness, why is it having trouble? Huh, that's funny. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know what's going on. Huh, I didn't do anything to it. Oh my goodness sakes. Ah, it's in there. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if we can get this out first. Huh. Let me put a scissor in there since that's all I have handy to see if there's something catching on it. That's so funny. It was working perfectly before. I didn't re-glue or... Okay, so it must be on the other side. That is so bizarre. It seems to be catching right here. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh. That is really... Maybe I glued this down again. Or maybe... I don't know. It's taken me a long time to put it together because I've been so busy. Oh, darn it. Well, I'm not going to fiddle with it right now, but it is a picture. It's a cut down picture of a clipboard, and the handles, the hands at the top, the cute hand that's one of the pieces of ephemera is actually printed on this clipboard. And then I cut it out right here. Oh, no, I think I cut it out right here. And I added a very much small-sized framed gold picture loosely there, so you can pick it up and write on the back. And then I put that silk damask here as the tab, and I printed on the other side so it was readable. So it's actually a very large tag, but it's cute. And then on this side I put this is a older Kit's postcard. I glued it to a card. What is it called? That company that begins with the C that makes the tins that have the postcards in it. It's Italian. And I stamped it up and put a real stamp on it. And it just happened to look better, I felt, than this looked. So that's why it's in there face up. And then this is a antique book from France. It was from an art association, and these beautiful trims are on every page, and these letters that members of this art organization wrote, saying, talking about how much they liked it, I assume. And then the frames are different colors. Some are red, brown, orange. Oftentimes they have the picture of one of the members. They're all men. And so before I was kind of accentuating the man's picture with the frame, but I thought, why? The frame is what it's all about. And this wonderful French writing. This beautiful background paper, and also these are two different background papers, are also in the kit. So this is a stunner. It could be used so many places. This paper is also from an older kit. I think it's called Divinity, and it's one of my favorites also. I just love it so much. And this blue curtain normally would go across here, but I cut this page separately so I could lay it up higher so that it wasn't too matchy-match. And this is just a gold braid that I think is stunning. It's, I don't know how old, probably not, probably 1980s or something like that. But the color just picked up on the yellow in the floral, and so I turned it into a belly band. There was kind of a plain area there. And I didn't really want to do anything to this page to cover it up because I just think it's so beautiful. And she loved her gardens, and Versailles, of course, had gorgeous gardens. So I just left it like that. I doubt I'll ever put anything in it, but that option's there if needed. And this is a envelope, a former CD envelope that comes out. And this is the other page of that digital. I just love it, and formed the belly band with that. And then this is a page digital that I then altered with this picture of another woman that's in the Blue Rose kit. And I put this very old lace in the corner. So I'll take this out and show it to you. It's actually a booklet. I framed the edge with, I cut down the Blue Rose piece of jewelry that's part of the ephemera to add to it the cover that way, and then filled it with paper to write on. So I'm happy with the way that turned out. It's a little maneuvering to get that back in, so I'll lay that to the side. This is the next page. This is the woman that could have been Marie, but I instead called her Marie's sister, who is featured in the biography that I'm reading, and pictures of her. She's beautiful too. And I put gold around the edges of this. I framed the picture in some paper from the kit, and then put gold edging. I had made a put the shine on an emblem that looked regal to me, so I added that there. And this is one of my favorite papers from the kit. I just love it. It looks like this, and so I put this tag, I think it's also from the Dreamy kit, and added little handwriting and this top on there. And on the back I put a label from Nicola, former kit. She has label kits, and then put some jewelry from this current kit. And this happens to be from a salesman's sample of my own collection that Nicola used, turned it from beige to blue in a kit that she did, which I think looks beautiful. So it could go either way. And this is an envelope from the kit. This is the blue item that I was referring to earlier, a few minutes ago, that I just cut off and bent in half to make for the hedging. Oh, and this is a recent old beautiful lace. It was bunched up and puffy until it got in a journal. And when you open it up, you can see here I added more of the metal, I don't know what to call it, metal lace, I guess you could call it, and also her A in a faux metal in one of the older kits. And this is a booklet that I made using a paper from the kit that was made much smaller, and this is a label in the kit, and another old lace. This is my favorite paper. I love this. And then it opens up, and there's room to write in the front and back. This is from my own collection, and I printed the back as well as the front from this French document. And then I made a tag. This is Marie again. And this tag is from an old kit. Again, I don't recall the name, but I'll put it in the description box. And then I just added this for fun. It sticks out of the bottom, so you can pull or pull. And it's just such a fun piece of ephemera. I love using it. But this is printed on here, as is this. This is a really old tag. Oh, and I just used a double frame up here. I love how it turned out. I glammed up my desk for you guys just because this was such a glammy time, you know, with the French aristocracy. And so these are just old rhinestones, and I particularly love this rhinestone necklace, and I do wear it over the holidays when I can. This was a rhinestone pin that my mother wore when I was growing up. It's still just as fresh and new as ever. I mean, these were really well-made rhinestones. Okay. Then it flips open. Whew, a lot of light there, a lot of gold, right? This is an embossed card using a Tim Holtz 3-dimensional stamp. And I thought that this coloring went beautifully with this, so I chose this here. I made I don't know what to call them. What are we calling them? Embellishment, using the center of the blue rose. And I cut this out of I think it's a sampler collection. Just love it. And then this is a beautiful piece of antique lace on top of an antique French 1840s book page. And this is a rose, double rose design that I just put together from some silk ribbon. And the tag. First of all, I just want you to notice how pretty these colors are together. I just love them. This is one of the envelopes in the kit. And this is the tag that I made to go in it of one of the other women in her gorgeous, gorgeous gown. Marie had an aunt in her biography, so I'm seeing this as the aunt when Marie was really young. There's pictures of the aunt in the book I have. And then I used an old, not old, but I've had it for a while, embossed light green handmade paper from Heather at, Heather that makes the handmade paper, Rose Cottage, and a piece of lace that I glued on there. So I added it to the bottom of a 4x6 version of the paper, of the half of the page that has her on it. And I really do love how it looks on this page because it's like a yellowy white, and this is a yellowy green. It's also got blue in it, of course. And I thought this spread was a beautiful way to end this journal. And then it turns around like this again, and we're back to the front. So I hope that you enjoyed that flip through, and thank you so much for stopping by. I'd love to hear what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.